Well, here we go again. RC truck maintenance. This time we'll have a look at the air filter and have a look to see how we're going to clean it, shall we? You might need a hand with a screwdriver depending on what truck you've got. This will go for any petrol one, but I'll also explain how to do a nitro one. So first of all, what you got to do is you've got to take the sponge out, obviously. Now with this one, on this truggy here, what I've got, you need a little screwdriver just to poke in the little clips. There's little clips here, hold it in. They make it pretty difficult to get to because look, you got all the frame and everything in the way, which is pretty shitty. But if we're clever enough, should be able to open it up far enough to get that out. I need two hands though. Well, it does fall to a bad design again. I mean, it's really difficult to get that out with one hand, but with two hands it's not too bad. You can't take it all the way off though because of that stupid frame in the way. But here's the sponge filter. As you can see, the inside is dirtier than the outside, strangely enough. It must be the way it sucks in the air. Never mind, eh? So yeah, that's what we've got, the sponge. Now, there's going to be two ways, well, there might be more than two, but there's two ways that I know of and I hear people talk about. And either way appears to be fine. Now, if it's a petrol truck, really this goes for any petrol engine. I mean, you can even use this. I use this same method on my dirt bikes and my quad bikes and everything, really. And that is to wash it in hot soapy water. Yeah, wash it in a hot soapy water. A bit of washing up liquid will do the trick. You can do that, and that does a good job. Now, some people, I got this when I was racing the motocross, and also when I used to go out with my trucks. A lot of people say, no, don't put it in soapy water, you'll ruin it. You want to wash it in petrol. Wash it in some neat unleaded petrol. Well, that method does work, and you can wash it in neat unleaded petrol. Yeah, no two-stroke oil in it, just neat unleaded petrol. But then you end up with dermatitis like what I got, so all my skin's all dry. If you wear gloves, you might be alright, but you do get skin problems. But washing the air filter in neat petrol does do the trick, and it does get all the dirt out. But then of course you got the problem of where do you do it. I mean, some people, they're a bit funny, aren't they? You know, they won't do it on the ground, or they don't want to pollute the ground, or do it near a drain, don't want to pollute the drain. Some people are strange. But if you wash it in your sink with some hot soapy water, you'll see all the dirt come out of that, and also you can just wash it straight down the drain after, and you don't have to worry about getting rid of it. Now if it's a nitro filter, yeah, if you've got a nitro truck, a nitro engine, and you're washing your filter with nitro, the best way to do that is you get like a little tub, on the floor, put a bit of your nitro fuel in it. You want to wear gloves, otherwise your skin will end up like mine, all flaky. But you want to put a bit of nitro in this tub and just wash your filter in the nitro fuel, yeah? Because nitro fuel will get all of the dirt out of the filter, like, well, it will be like brand new after, and that fuel will be absolutely filthy. So that's what you want to do if it's a nitro engine. I mean, there's nothing stopping you from washing your petrol one in a bit of nitro. Nothing stopping you whatsoever. You could always do that as well. It's the same foam. It's just foam. That's all it is. So you could use nitro fuel for your petrol filter as well. It's just foam. But yeah, there's several different ways of doing it. Let's go and put this in some water. Right, just to prove to you lot that this is how I do it, and I'm not telling you fibs. Here's the filter in some hot soapy water, and you will notice, well, for a start you'll see that it has got a little stain there, but it's a lot cleaner than it was. But you will notice it is still stained inside. That you won't get out. I mean, putting it in a bit of petrol might get that stain out, because petrol is obviously, you know, petrol cleans a lot of stuff. But all that is a stain. That's just oil, comes up from the carb and all kinds of stuff like that. It's nothing, in my opinion, to worry about, and I never have any, you know. So you got to expect your filter to be stained, you know, especially if you get oil come on it, because you know these little engines, they do kind of burp, if you know what I mean, sometimes up through the carb, because remember this filter's right on top of the carb, man, and you know you get a bit of oil splash up there or whatever, a bit of petrol. So, but yeah, that's all we're in, and all these bubbles is ordinary washing up liquid, dudes. That's all this bubbles is, and really hot water. I can just about put my hands in it, and this does work. And it's all so I've done it for the past 15 odd years. So now, what you have to do is you have to rinse it. Get rid of all the soapy water, run the tap, and just keep it running, and just rinse this filter until no more bubbles come out of it, until it's just water. And then you squeeze it as hard as you can. Don't wring it because you might rip it. Just squeeze it as hard as you can afterwards to get as much water out as possible, and then hang it up to dry. Once you've wrung it all out, hang it up to dry. You can, if you want to, put it under a warm light, or you can even use, I've used hair dryers in the past. Don't put it right on it because it might, but if it's really hot, it might melt the foam. But just put it, you know, you can help it along if you want. Put it on a radiator, put it next to a heater, do something like that, whatever you want, or just let it dry overnight. Hang it up, put a little hook through that hole or something, whatever. And yeah, just wait for it to dry. Once it's dried, put a bit of oil on it, bit of air filter oil. If you've got no oil, just put it straight back in the truck. But if you've got air filter oil, put some of that on it. I think I've showed you the air filter oil before. I've got some nitro air filter oil here. But it's the same stuff. You can put it on the petrol ones. It's got airs on it. Look. You can put it on the petrol ones as well. You can buy any air filter oil. Just bloody hell, £5 for this little bottle. I was crazy when I bought this. Yeah, any air filter oil will do. I've got some that I used to use for the bikes. Don't know where it's gone, but that was good oil. No toil air filter oil it was called. But yeah, and then just slot it straight back in your truck. Make sure there's no dust. Make sure there's no dust and dirt in the little air filter housing itself. Slot it back in. Make sure all the gaps are closed up with the foam. And away you go, my friends. That's it. Air filter cleaned. You want to do that. You can see them stains have gone a little bit better now, don't they? And you want to do that, well, keep an eye on it. If it's filthy dirty after one go, then obviously you want to clean it. If you're in dusty conditions, you want to clean it more often. But if you're using this on grass, for example, and there's no dust, you could, you know, you can go for about a week, whatever you want. Just keep an eye on it. There's no way of saying it every 2 days, 3 days, 2 weeks, 4 weeks, 10 fucking years. It's basically just on how it looks. If it looks dirty, wash it. If it don't look dirty, take it out, have a look at it. You might better get away with another day. Who knows? But that's how you clean it. It all goes by eye. I'm going to leave mine there to dry. Sweet, my friends. Stay tuned, yeah? Cheers.